Hello student, how are you? I hope that you all are safe at your home. Due to this lockdown, we are unable to move outside from our home, but we have to move with new class and new syllabus. That is why today I will share with you a new topic from Economics, class 9, lesson 1, the story of village Palampur. As you can see on board, the story of village Palampur. Students, Palampur is an imaginary village and it is well developed village. And in this particular chapter, through this village and the activity which are related with the village Palampur, farming and non-farming activity of production, we will try to understand or we will compare the Indian villages from this imaginary village Palampur. I am coming to the chapter. Palampur is an imaginary village but well developed village. Well developed why? Because here good facility of roads, good facilities of transport, good irrigation facility, electricity is in village Palampur, health centers are in Palampur and primary schools of government also in Palampur. And this all things made the village Palampur a well developed village. As I told to you, in Palampur village, farming is the main activity of production. But including farming, some activity of production is also related with the non-farming activity. And that are dairy farming, shopkeeping and transport. So, as I told to you, farming and non-farming activity is related with the production. So, first of all, here we will discuss about the production. With production, 3 points are related. First point, what is production? Second point, what is the aim of production? And third point, what are the requirements of production? First, what is production? Production is a type of process through which we grow something or we make something. And the second point is aim of production. What is the aim of production? The aim of production is to produce something or to produce the goods and services which are essential for our life. And the third point is the requirements of production or the requirements of production. There are 4 requirements of production. First, land. Second, labor. Third, physical capital. And 4, human capital. The first requirement of production is land. Land including other natural resources like water. The second requirement is labor. Here labor means the people, the skilled as well as non-skilled people who give their effort for the production. And third is physical capital. Physical capital is observed as the input and it can be categorized in fixed capital and working capital. Fixed capital, for example, tools, machines and buildings. They will run for a long time with the production. And working capital, examples, money in our hand and raw materials. These two examples are related with the working capital, and you can see and you can understand that raw material and money, both things are needed for every step of the production. And the fourth requirement is human capital. Human capital means number one, skill, and number two, knowledge. Without skill and knowledge, we cannot understand and we cannot get success about the production. The skill and knowledge of human being will combine the whole requirements of production, and then we find the production. As you can see and you can understand also, production is very important. That is why we also find that farming and non-farming are the two types of activities of production of village Palampur. That is why first of all we are going to start from the farming. You know very well, farming is the main activity of production of our Indian villages as well as in the imaginary village Palampur. Near about 75% people of village Palampur are related with the farming. And for farming, what is the main requirement? The main requirement is land. But there is a problem. In village Palampur, land is fixed. Means there is no hope for the expansion of agricultural land. But there is a need of maximum amount of agricultural crop. That is why when we need the maximum amount of crop with the same piece of land, then we have to use some technology, we have to use some technique. And then we discuss about multiple cropping, second, modern method of farming, and third, yield. So I want to say you, मैं आपसे कहना चाहता हूँ कि विलेज पालमपुर में फार्मिंग के लिए सीमित लैंड में अधिक से अधिक प्रोडक्शन करने के लिए इन मेथड्स को अपनाया गया. द फर्स्ट मेथड इज मल्टीपल क्रॉपिंग. व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ मल्टीपल क्रॉपिंग? मल्टीपल क्रॉपिंग मीन्स टू ग्रो more than one crop in a same piece of land in a year. And the second point is modern method of farming. It means it is opposite to the traditional method of farming. It means when we want to grow maximum from the limit area of land, then we use some new method of farming, some modern method of farming, like we have to use pot HYB seeds in the place of traditional seeds. We have to use pesticides, insecticides, and new technology of irrigation that is not based on the monsoon. And then we find that the yield of or the production of that particular land will be increased. And that is why here we find the third point is yield. What is yield? Yield is a measurement of the crop which is grown on the same piece of land in a single season. But here I want to discuss with you a very important topic, that is green revolution. Student, I want to say you that in mid 1960s or till 1960s, the Indian farmers were using the traditional methods of farming, like they were dependent on the monsoon for the irrigation. They were using the cow dung for the manure. They were using the traditional seeds. But end of the 1960s, there was the introduction of green revolution in India, and it made possible the modern method of farming in India. Then we find there was a maximum growth on the agricultural land in India. Farmers started to use the HYV seeds, high yielding variety of seeds, in the place of traditional seeds. They started to use fertilizers in the place of cow dung or other manure. They started to use pesticides and insecticides. Then it made possible the maximum amount of production, and it is only through the green revolution. I hope that you all understood these all points, and I hope that you will get and you will understand to see this video at your home. Now I will ask some questions to you. These questions are written below, and you will try to understand these points which I have discussed to you. The first question is, how can we say that Palampur is a well-developed village? This is the first question. The second question is, what is the aim of production? Explain the 4 requirements of production with examples. These are the 4 requirements of the production. And after that, you have to define multiple cropping and yield. You have to write answer in your copy, and I hope that you will do it. God bless you.